That's right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Where are you watching this show? Today is the first Monday of the November, guys. You know, it's a big day for us tomorrow. Like for those of you who are going to watch this show for the first time, you know, this is the life of Nyc school bus driver and escort in the school bus system, where we talk about so many things that concern us, that concern you, the public, in general. So the reason why I have that show, I have it because I want everybody to know what is a school bus driver, what is a school bus attendant, what are we represent outside there. Good morning, everyone, and I hope you will have a good beginning of week. But as the COVID-19 is still out there, you have to protect yourself. I always give some information concerning the COVID-19. You know, you have to put the mask. If you don't see me putting the mask, because I'm inside the bus, but when I start rolling the bus out, I put my mask. When I take a walk outside the yard, going to the office in the public, like the local government saying, I always put my mask. Something else that's very important, you have to still keep on doing the 6 feet distance. Wearing your mask, and you don't shake hands. You see, it start getting cold now. They were talking about a second wave of coronavirus. If it's mixed with the seasonal flu mixed together, so it's going to be a hell in New York City and anywhere else. It's very cold. So you have to be careful out there. It's very windy. It's very cold. You know, the pollen is still falling down, the tree is falling down, and it's the seasonal for the flu. So guys, you have to be careful. Last week, I was giving a lot of information about COVID-19, how somebody could get paid if your family infected or if you're infected. I don't want to go back there, but you have to go and search and look for the act. There is an act calling COVID-19 family pay leave. And we were talking also about NYS, New York State family pay leave. They took that money on our paycheck. So I was talking about it. So that's why I am insisted, you guys, you have to know those two laws. They look similar, but they are not the same. The COVID-19 Act will take an end on December 31st, but the New York State family leave is going to be there until you retired. So it's very important, guys. Today, what we are going to talk about, some people, they have a lot of booklet, and some of those booklet, handbook, they free in the school bus industry. Some of them you have to purchase. So sometimes I came up with certain rules and regulation and law. That's the local government and some institution who that's been there in the industry that wrote a lot of rules for DMV, for the school bus industry. They sold those booklets. You don't have them. So one of the booklets I have in my hands, and it come out like every year, is this booklet. This handbook has all of those rules and regulations in the school bus and the school bus industry. And they also wrote a lot of laws for the Department of DOT and DMT. So today, what are we going to talk about, guys? We're going to talk, let me go back a little bit about the election. This election is very important for you. Very, very important. So if you compare this election to our election on 11/11, so you could say a little bit, they look similar. Why they look similar and why people have to go and vote? They look similar because they out there, they have a lot of aggressions. They have a lot of panicking. People using certain words they're not supposed to use. And people even saying, like, if you don't vote for this, if you vote for this, this is what could be happen. This is what's going to be happen if you don't vote for this. Okay, that's game. That's political. That's the same thing on our election. Sometimes when we're having election, so those people, the board union always out there, guys, like, to intimidate you. They are out there to force you sometimes to vote for something that you don't even accepting it. So that's why I'm telling you, voting is very important. Not voting is not going to bring a solution. But if you feel, if you think, if you're affecting by certain people, the way they govern, the way they using certain law, you have to step out and vote. And when you're going to vote, you have to vote for that person you think that's going to give you a good result, or taking care of something that's making you not happy. Okay? So that's why I brought the election today. You have to getting prepared. You have to see exactly how some officials are conducting election here, and what they do sometimes to win that election. You have to keep on thinking about our election. Why? Because we about like 15,000 people who don't want what is happening in our institution, like school bus industry, especially 11/11, but why the president always elected. So that's what we have to keep on thinking. Either you still voting for those guys to be there to keep on doing the stuff we don't like, or you don't vote. So if you don't vote, they still gotta win, because they have a lot of people that's going to vote for them. So if you vote, of course you're not going to vote for them, because you already know what they're doing to you. All right? It's very important for you to go and vote. And there is a law on labor board. Labor board saying an employer, you are the employee, employer, that's been the owner. If you don't have that much time to go to the poll and vote, they have to allow you 2 hours before you start working, or after, just before you finish your hourly working. In the school bus industry, we don't have it. The reason why we don't have it, because we have so much time. Like me now, I am broadcasting live. So what happening? It's because I have time in between frame to broadcasting. That's why I could go and vote now. And after work, what time the poll is closing, maybe 7, 8 o'clock, I still have time to go and vote. In the school bus industry, is not working for us. But anywhere else you working, where you're going to start at 7 o'clock in the morning and you're going to be finished like 8 o'clock, you're not going to have time to vote. Like they put the early voting to vote, you could go on the weekend. But the employer have to give you 2 hours in the front or before your shift is ended. What I choose to talk today, and this is very important, you're going to have to share it. Share it and subscribe it on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. They have so many reasons you have to subscribe it. Subscribe it, and so many people who could subscribe it. I will need 1,000 people to subscribe and 4,000 people as an audience. So you are the audience, you have the viewer, so you have to send it to people to see it and to subscribe it. Please do it for the school bus industry, especially we, the attendant, who saying we want a change that could be helping us. I'm not going to say how it's going to help, but subscribe it. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, million people subscribe it, and million people could view it. Let's doing it. Let's people see it. Let's people subscribe it. Subscribe the video as soon as possible, and a lot of people. Today we're going to talk about some date in the school bus industry that's very important for us, and they even inside our contract. It start getting cold a little bit, and even I feel hot in the bus, but you know the bus is not running. We're not supposed to let the bus running, so it start getting cold a little bit. That's why you see that's the life of the school bus driver or escort. You see, we are in the school bus, we sitting there, we eating there, we drinking there. So if we gotta pee, we have to go outside and run and pee in the office or somewhere. This is our life. What about somebody who traveling to come all the way up here, like me? I don't have nobody here, I don't have no house, I don't have no friends. You can't go in the McDonald's, you can't go nowhere. So below zero, I'm gonna have to stay inside that bus. Below zero. Especially this year, they don't want nobody in the driver room. They don't want nobody to sitting down close to the office. And you have people that's driving around and see you starting the bus and telling you, you do not. That's true, because it's handling. So I'm saying hi to all of you guys. So Nyc School, you Just Life, and so many people. So stay tuned. I'm going to give some good information there, guys. I'm telling people to subscribe on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search for Alex Calix, and you will see all of those shows I made, and especially those shows who said Shitaton in Creole, and some saying the life of NYC school bus industry. Gene, stay in there and take those notes. Some of that on our contract we have to put on file, and you have to know them when they come in. Coming up, November 6th. What is November 6th is for us. I am already give the November 2nd, November 3rd. That's tomorrow election. I was talking about the election. But November 6th is a date where the employer have to pay you $100 safety. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Inside our 1181 union, as we have different contract, I don't know if that $100 is for everybody else. That's why, you know, the other time I was talking and my rep was calling me and telling me, don't be general, because I'm trying to be general. People is coming to ask him question. And while I was talking for the senior, because we have different contract. So those guys who start on 2013 has a contract. After the 2013, they have a contract. You have people starting on 1984. After 1984, they have kind of contract. Like me, I don't have. I have to compare it to see if it's the same thing. If we got the same amount of check, accrual check, if we got the same. So far, me, I start beef on 2006. So I have the same contract with those guys on 1984. You have to receive on November, on each November, I don't know, depends what date it's dropping off. Every 6, every 10, or depends, a check of $100 safety. Most of us, we don't receive this $100. Why? Because you get into an accident. Very important. Long time ago, if you're not moving the bus, if you're not outside the street, driving on the street, getting an accident, if you backing up from the yard, you break a window, you break a mirror, you break a light or something, the company were still paying you. But now they force you, even you have a kind of incident, I'm not going to call it accident, they call it accident, they have you make a report to not paying you that $100. Our union don't say anything, and they are the one who make the law and rules and the regulation. It's not even mentioning on the contract. You see, if you go on that book and look for accidents, you can even explain. If you get an accident outside the street, you are not going to get the $100 safety, because you have to make a report. You have to do a police report, and it's going to be in your license. But inside the yard, that's not going in your license. They are not going to send it. And I read on this book. I read on this book. Anything that's breaking in the bus, you don't have to pay. The company have to pay. Sometimes some company have people pay. If you break a window, if you break a backlight or mirror or something, they have you pay. But on this book, they are saying on those laws, you are not responsible to paying anything that's break in the bus. People, are you going to like me? Some of you. But some of them is not going to like me because I'm giving information. So, the November 6th, if you don't get no accident, $100. December 15, it's in the contract. You will receive $50 on your paycheck. $50 on your paycheck. December 15. This $50 including for you to maintain the cleanest of your uniform. That's why the company have authority to send you home if you come in dirty. Okay? Because this book saying a school bus attendant or driver, you have to mentally clean, shave, and your hair and your uniform. They're talking about the uniform. I will give you the page. If you have the yellow book saying labor agreement between Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 1181-1061, and various contractors, you have to have this book. Anything happen, you have to refer to that book. And I'm going to talk about something a lot of people call me. You are able to read and understand in certain things. Why you calling me? You drive me. I understand that. You feel like I'm representing you. I understand that and I agree. But you have to read and understand, and calling me and say, Alex, is that true? This is what this book saying? And I will tell you yes. But don't say you don't know. Don't say you don't have this book. Don't say where I found this law. This law is not exist. That's BS. No. All right. I gave you where I found those in this book. December 15, $50. Every year they give it to clean uniform. So I told you it's on this book. This handbook were made on July 26 until to June 30, 2009, those contracts. But there is nothing changed on those contracts. The only one thing that changed on this contract, the ratification of the new people, the memorandum of what they changed for the new people they add. So that's mean us, our contract stay the same. Only one thing they changed, the 85% they take in, they have you working 85% when the snow days. Snow days. No pandemic. Okay? No when it's raining. It's when a lot of snow and the city closed. It wasn't like that before, but they take 15%. It's not pandemic. It's not COVID-19. It's not chicken pox. It's not fever. It's not fire. Okay? Let's keep on continue. Driver responsibility. You have to go on this handbook I show you on page 41, section 23rd. That's saying uniform, to see if what I'm telling you is not true. The company have authority to send you home, to even suspend you. I saw certain guys coming with certain uniform on, and some of them don't even wearing the uniform the company gave. The company could looking at you and saying, where's my jacket? Why you put this jacket? This is not that this jacket I offer. I saw guys coming with suit. Are you going to be in the office? I understand that. But try to put a logo saying Pioneer in the suit. Because you could get suspended. You could get even fired for that. Because if they keep on giving you warning and telling you this is not the... You see this hat, it's black. Pioneer is not going to say anything because it's black. But if you don't want to play with me, they give me a hat saying Pioneer. They could say, where's my hat saying Pioneer? You have to wearing my hat saying Pioneer. But because it's black, they don't say anything. Because the jacket is black. An inspector could play with you big time. Say, oh, this is a black jacket. I don't see no Pioneer logo. Okay? Long time ago, I have to verify what I'm going to tell you. I don't think I'm going to verify myself. I'm not going to say you have to take in it. Myself, I don't think an inspector have the right in saying you unbutton. No. For me. Okay, depending of the law. You know what's that called? Undressed. The inspector undress you. But the inspector could telling you, let me see your tie, if you have a tie. The inspector cannot come and unzip your jacket or asking you, or could you put your jacket down? He could say, let me see your tie. Okay? And he see your tie, good and perfect. Long time ago, they used to talk about white socks. An inspector cannot come and pull up your pants. That's harassing right there, harassment. Don't touch me. You could tell me, let me see. Black. But they don't do those kind of stuff. But you have to be careful, guys. You have to read those contracts, what those contracts saying. Okay? It's on page 41, section 23, uniform. Section 24, holidays. It's very important. I don't want to speak in general because we have different contracts inside Pioneer. I have a contract. People that are hiring on 2013 have a contract. And people that are hiring after 2013 has the worst contract. So I'm talking about the senior people, the holidays. The handbook gave you the whole holidays a senior supposed to pay, but you as a newcomer, I don't know if you have all of those holidays. And I know you, the newcomers in the school bus industry. I'm not talking about Pioneer. It's Pioneer in there too, but it's the whole industry. What happened in last 2, 3, 4 weeks when I was giving advice and the newcomers go into the shop store and ask. Okay? And my answer was to the newcomers, sorry the newcomers, I forgot about you. I forgot about talking about you because before this contract was in effect, I was saying this contract is no good for you. Everybody said the contract It's no good. Everybody was gathering together and talking, and guess what? A lot of people vote for that contract. They come in and telling you this is the final contract. And I will come with some law on our contract. And somewhere else saying school bus, especially us, we cannot go to a strike if we only if the employer decide to cut off our wages, if the employer is taking our money. When we went to the strike last time, the employer didn't want to cut on our paycheck. So what was happening? Be careful what I'm telling you and listen and get a good understanding about what I'm telling you. We were striking the city because our president was trying, the union president was trying to get some good route, and where the city don't want to give them the pre-K route, and the city put them in a low bid at low money, and the mayor get pissed off. The mayor get pissed off, and he was trying to stop the EPP. But the employer, they know after we came out on a track, and the way we came out from the strike, we cannot striking anymore. They come in with the best final offer of our contract because we didn't have no contract. They come with a best final contract with us, where they cut mostly half of our paycheck. Okay, that's what they was trying to do. And the day and the month and the year they were signing the contract for us, they put that contract was in effect since June. Did we get paid retroactive? I don't know, because at this time people was concentrated of having. So page 24, section 24, on page 42, 43, especially page 42, I am going to read for you today, guys, because a lot of people call me about this. I explain it so many times. It's not me saying it. It's not me doing it. And so any rep, any company, any manager, any owner, it's this book that's saying it. It's not Alex Calix. You will be getting mad because I'm telling people what the book's saying. It's God that's sending me to talk to my co-workers. It's God that's telling me, Woods, go and look for what they're looking for and give them good advice and try to be informative to inform them in the school bus industry. No one should not supposed to get mad at me. Besides that, you should call me. You should give me an award. You should compliment me. You should put together with me and doing it better than this, because a lot of brothers and sisters out there, they really need to know exactly what is going on. So let me put my glasses. We have people in the studio, but you know, for security, I don't want to show who inside the studio. I don't want to make people talking in the studio because people is panicking. Most people, if they see people on the video, if they see people on Facebook with me, they go and retaliate those people. Why should you go and retaliate people for? Guys, you are the one who's supposed to come and give people information. Come on. It is not wrong. If we pay you, we vote you, and sometimes we don't even vote you. You go and take that election, and that money you're getting paid came from our paycheck. Why you don't defend us? Why you don't come up with those certain? Let me put my glasses because you know you're getting old. I know, guys. This is for reading only, because this is very little. You see, if I show it there, you don't even see. It's kind of a loop. I'm gonna put there and read carefully for questions. One of those co-worker call me and ask me, and most of you guys, I know you're gonna be laughing. That's the first time you see DJ Alex with glasses, right? This is the life of the school bus industry. It's not for driving. It's not a med, but it's glasses to read, to see those numbers big. You see, I'm under 42. It's section 24. It starts on page 41. Drivers, holidays. Drivers, matron, attendants, escort shall be paid for all holidays, and for such days as may be added as school holidays during the school year, but shall not be required to report to work on such holiday or add holidays. I turn it on page 42. That's where it's very important. On page 42, in the event of schools closed for a full week, in the event any schools closed for a full week, Monday through Friday, the driver shall be paid for same, okay, but shall be required to report and be available for work. And the event school are closed less than a full week, Monday through Friday, for example 3 days, then the driver should not be required to report for work, with the exception of field trip, very important, assigned by the Department of Education, and shall be paid for the same. Christmas and Easter week shall be excluded, and the driver shall not required to report to work during this period. That's where I want to come. I know you understand clearly, even my language, I mean my accent is a very, you know, it's a hard accent, Creole mixed with French and English. Guys, it's very hot, it's very cold outside. That's why you see I put the hat. I look different with the hat, but let me take the hat. At least you could say it's me. Yes, it's DJ Alex. It's very important right there. They were talking about how somebody could shape, how somebody will get paid, and what holidays some people have to get paid. But because we have different contracts, because they have a memorandum, they mandate the contract for the newcomers, so those newcomers might not have some holiday. But me as a senior, I have the holiday. Okay. They were saying, on my understanding, if your school is closed for the whole week, your school is closed, no school or whatever, no bus service or anything, they don't want you. The company could call you. The company could call you and require you to ship. Yes. If your school is closed for the whole week, you are coming to ship. And they have to pay you the same amount of money you're supposed to get paid. The law were saying, if you have school for the whole week, for example, you work for 2 days only, you don't have school for 3 days, the company have to pay you 5 days, papi. There is no such thing you have to come and ship. No. That is a big no-no. Like if you have 3 days of school and 2 days no school, like me, I'm talking about me, Alex Calix, like as a senior. as a senior. You see, I take this as me. My school is closed. No school at all for 5 days. Okay? The company could call me to ship. I come to work, my schedule, like something happened, the school is closed for 2 days, or the school is closed for 3 days and two days open. I don't have to come to ship. They could call me 10,000 times, I am not coming. Only one thing, if they want me to do extra job, I will come to make extra. If I work in the morning, they have to pay me 4 hours. If I work the full day, they have to pay me 8 hours. It's for the senior. All right, you have to understand that. If you start by 2013 or after that, it's different. Before, I wasn't mentioning that because I don't want to offend certain people. Okay, and soon I was mentioning that. They go to the shop steward and say, how come Alex is working and getting... Right there, the rep saying, like, you know, different contract. And call me and say, yo, Alex, you're doing it wrong. You're talking in general. Now, I have to explain the newcomers why the senior was fighting for them. And they won't understand us. They make believe that we don't want them to come there. Yes, we don't want them to come there. We don't want them to come there and work without no benefits. 1 year before they be in the union and 3 years before they could get health benefits for their family. That is wrong. And we pay the same amount of the union dues. Come on, guys. This is what we were saying. But now they saw it. They saw it. And this is the book that's saying that. And the book saying, if there is certain week, the school is closed, like in the event of vacation, some vacation, like Christmas, like February, the company have to pay us full. So that's been Christmas. A lot of people call it bonus check. It's a week. That's the school closed. That's not your fault. And it's the contract they have to pay you. And they pay it to you in advance. And you could collecting. February, when they pay you, I think you cannot collecting. But on March, they don't pay you. I think you have to collecting. Guys, come on. You have to understand those rules. Clearly, you have those books in your hand. I am not making those books. You see what sign is there? You see what it's saying? Refer to the yellow book. And refer to page 42. 41, 43. You have so many holidays there. The senior get paid. Good Friday, Independence Day, Columbus Day, Thanksgiving 2 days. Thursday and Friday, no New Year's we get paid, Memorial Days, Labor Day, Election Days coming up there, Christmas, Washington Day's birthday, Lincoln birthday, Martin Luther King Days, Veteran Days, and plus they adding some Jew holiday, we get paid. So I know you understand, guys, and I don't want to be too long. It start getting cold. Subscribe those informations. Every day I will keep on coming and to give you information. Thursday it's in Creole. We call it breakfast Creole, where we speak Creole, and I'm gonna have to do this in Creole on Thursday. Go on YouTube, subscribe and share and make people look at those videos. Make people understand. It's very, very, very important if you go to YouTube and subscribe it, guys. That's going to help you and that's going to help me. Something is behind it, you don't know. And I bet you, I told you so many times, I don't want to be a president. I don't want to be a delegate. I don't want to be a shop steward. Start subscribing on YouTube. Start sharing those videos. And when they come, you know what you're going to say? Oh, Alex, why don't you run as a president? Never in my life. Why don't you run for a delegate? Never in my life. Why don't you run for a shop steward? Never in my life. Why don't you be an activist? Yes. Until I die, I remain an activist. I will go behind people and push people to use those booklets and to respect the law coming from National Labor Board, coming from New York State, coming from New York City, coming from all over the places. And even the law they write in the bylaw, I will be behind those laws and read them and understand them and trying to come and telling you this is what those guys doing according to what's saying in those books. They have to stop. They don't like me for that. Do I disrespecting you? No. Do I curse you out? No. Do I want to fight you? No. Do I want to destroy your property? No. But you have to respect what been writing, the agreement that was doing between you and me and the employer and the government and the city. We have to respect it, because me myself, if I do not respect it, you're going to be fired me. You're going to tell me bye-bye, adios. I'm going to be in Creole on Thursday. And guys, I will be hunting for those rules over here. I was reading that saying we cannot be striking. It's only when those guys cut off our wages. And this is not, the law is not going to allow it. We still not going to strike. Why are we paying those $2 if we cannot strike? Where is this $2 going? You see where I'm coming from? You see why people don't wanna see me? You see how people is already getting together to say we have to get away of this guy in the industry. Okay? I was so glad, I was so happy. On last Friday, Saturday, I received a phone call from one of those big fighters, and that was my brother. And if I know that much on the school bus industry, it's him. If I know that much, he's the one who used to put me sitting down for 1, 2, 3 hours and telling me, go there, take this book and read. He even took me to the court, to the King County Court, to go and look for the Mullen Agreement. And that's when I learned about the EPP, and they have so many things in the Mullen Agreement. The EPP you heard is not only on the favor of us, only on our favor. It's only the owner favor too. That's why the owner don't want the EPP to break down. It's not going to be good for them. And a kind of way, it's good for them. When people leave from another company coming to another company, it's good for them. But the EPP allowed the city, gave them a lot of good stuff. You don't know. All right. And after 3 years, we don't even know if we will remain with the EPP. Salute, guys. Go and vote. I love you. Peace. Next time, tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday, or maybe keep sending those videos to people. Subscribe it on YouTube. Okay? I love you. Peace and bye.